All right, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to this recorded session. No? So since a lot of you have concerns no, regarding the connections or the power interruptions, so I have decided to make this recorded session na lang. Okay, so anyway, in this in this video, I'm going to discuss no, or this is the continuation of the topic that we had last week about the verb conjugation. Okay. So before we proceed with number five, no? Number five is the consonant ending verb, di ba? Before we proceed, no, let's do a recap lang about the four rules that we have discussed last time. So we started with the first rule. This is the vowel ending verbs, except e, o, and hada. Okay. So again, for this verb, kapag si verb ends in a vowel, so don't forget to uh, first step is you're going to remove, diba? Remove the last syllable da from the verb stem, and the next is you're going to add yo or yo for the informal polite form, while biupnida or biupnika. Okay. Next is number two. All right. So number two is you have e ending verbs. So again, for this verb, after you remove the last syllable, and so under the IPF or informal polite form, you're going to change e to yo and then add yo. Formal polite, again, no changes, no? Sa present tense conjugation class, no? Take note, ang changes is always nasa informal polite yan, no? Sa formal polite, no changes. Pero later, sa past tense conjugation, no? Regardless kung informal man siya or formal polite, we're going to change the kung may mga changes. Okay? Number three is u ending verbs. All right, u ending verbs, change u to a, add yo. Formal polite, again, no changes. Number four. Number four is hada verbs. So again, hada is a verb. No? It means to do. Yan. So may mga nouns na ginagawang verbs. We're just adding this one. So for hada verbs, under the informal polite form, change ha to he, then add yo. So it means lahat ng hada verbs, if you're going to use this in a statement, um, it is always ends with heyo. Okay? While for the formal polite, again, no changes, biupnida or biupnika. Okay, so let's proceed with number five. No, so number five, we're not able to tackle this one last time. No, yeah. So for number five, this is consonant ending verbs. So lahat ng na-discuss natin last week, those are vowel ending verbs. So for consonant ending verbs, general, no, ang rule. So it means applicable siya sa lahat ng consonants. All right, so for consonant ending verbs, wait lang. Okay, so for consonant ending verbs now, after you remove the last syllable, no, you're going to look for the vowel u and a. Ayan, so ito yung hanapin mo. Okay, so if any of the said vowels are present, so it means pag andyan, no, kahit isa sa kanila o or a, and you're going to attach ayo. Okay, any of the said vowels are absent naman, it means wala. No? You're going to put or attach oyo. Okay, again, no? After you remove this one, ta. Okay, so you're going to look for u, a. Okay, pag wala, no? You're going to add oyo. Pag wala, no? Absent. Pag andyan sila, present, you're going to add ayo. So let's try to conjugate this verb. And so example here is mokda, to eat. And so again, remove this one. Next, you recognize that this verb, no, ends with a consonant. So this is the rule. So under the IPF or informal polite form, yan. So I'm going to look for u, a. So since for this verb or for this syllable, wala, no? So andyan is the vowel o. So this is not u and a. So since wala or absent, no? So I'm using this term absent para mas madali siya magets. So since wala, going to put oyo. Okay, so number four, finally, we have the conjugated form, mogoyo. Mogoyo. Okay? Next, for the formal polite form, so it says na no changes or you don't need to look for u and a. So, sa formal polite, you'll be using sumnida or sumnika. Okay? So, again, sumnida is for the declarative form, while sumnika is interrogative question form. Okay, so first, mokta, eat, remove. Next, again, hindi mo na kailangang hanapin si u or a. Just add sumnida. Mok sumnida. Okay, so take note, no? Bupnida and bupnika. Ginagamit siya for vowel ending verbs. For consonant ending verbs, ginagamit is sumnida or sumnika. Okay, so the question form, interrogative statement of this one is mogoyo. Mogoyo. Kimchi mogoyo. Do you eat kimchi? This one naman, formal polite, this is sumnika. So, mok sumnika. Mok sumnika. Kimchi mok sumnika. Okay? So, let's try to conjugate this verb. We have, ito na lang, matta. Okay, matta to be correct. Yan. So, by the way, no, when you say correct, basically that is an adjective. Diba? Kumaga, gina-describe mo, yes, tama, correct. But again, no, verb and adjective, it has the same treatment, no, sa Korean verb, or I mean sa Korean conjugation and verb and adjective. Okay, so let's go back. And so again, no, verb stem is matta to be correct. So let's try to conjugate this verb. And so again, this is mat. So let's say na-remove na siya, no, si da. Okay, next step is we're going to look for u and a. Okay, so what do you think? Is it present or absent? All right, so ayan siya, oh. So it means present. All right, so pag present daw, we're going to add ayo. Ayan. Okay, so this is majayo. Majayo. So you can use this verb now, no? Maja or majayo. Yes, correct. Okay, how about for the formal polite? Formal polite again. After you remove the last syllable, you don't need to look for these vowels, no? Hindi mo na siya kailangan hanapin. Just add sumnida. Ayan, sumnida. I'm having a hard time. Right. So matsumnita. So informal polite form, majayo. Formal polite, matsumnita. Okay, last. Another is, I'm going to change the color muna. Okay. Next is this one. Anta, to sit. So to sit. Okay. So remove the, and then, naiwan you have anta. Or I mean an. Yan. So again, look for u, a. Okay. So is it absent or present? So ayan siya, oh. So since present, okay, so we're going to add ayo. Ayo. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. We have anjayo. Okay, so if you want to say sit, sitting, sits. So this is the correct way. Anjayo. All right, so formal polite. Again, this is sumnita. Ayan. Ayan. Sumnita. Ansumnita. Interrogative statement, question form. This is ansumnika and anjayo. Okay. So again, recap lang. For vowel and I mean consonant ending verbs, after you remove the last syllable, look for this vowel. U, a. Pag wala, absent. Oyo, present. Ayo. Formal polite, sumnida or sumika. Okay? Alright, so next is the, let's continue na lang with past tense conjugation. Wait lang. How do I remove this one? Ayan. So let's proceed with the past tense form. So past tense, it means this is the tapos na, no? Right. So if you're familiar with the present tense conjugation, the past tense form will be simple. Okay? So as the process for present tense conjugation applies. So it means kung ano yung mga steps natin during the present tense form, we're going to apply that here. No? So that's why it is very important to familiarize the process. No? Kung may mga changes, we need to change. Change to yo, hada, change to he, o, change to a, consonant, look for u and a. So it means lahat ng rules na yun applicable with this past tense conjugation. Okay? So after omitting the da, no, from the verb stem, do the process. Okay? So again, do the process. It means you're going to perform those steps. No? Changes, you need to change. And attach sangsyot plus the desired level of speech endings. It means kung ano yung gusto mong level of speech. No? Informal polite man siya or formal polite. Okay, so again, no? After matanggal si da, excuse, do the process, do those steps. Kung may mga changes, i-change mo siya. Pag walang changes, okay, as is. And then after that, you're going to add sangsyot plus the desired level of speech ending. So it means for past tense conjugation, more of the more on attachment lang siya, no? Change and then attach sangsyot, sumnida or sangsyot oyo. So ito siya. For IPF, informal polite form, use oyo or oyo. While sa formal polite, this is sumnida or sumnika. Okay, so again, no? Remove the, do the process, add sangsyot or sangsyot oyo or sangsyot sumnida. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to use the same um, examples, no? Yeah, so vowel ending verbs. So we're going to start with the vowel ending verbs. Except iyo and hada. Ayan, so verb stem natin is kada to go. Ayan, so informal polite, tanggal, da. Next is number 2, you have this syllable ka. So sa present tense, going to add yo. And that's it. Diba? Kayo. It means present tense. Pero again, since this is past tense form, don't forget to attach this one. Sangsot, oyo. This is under the IPF or informal polite form. So number 4, you have ka plus oyo. And so number 4, this is kasoyo. 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 It means from to go. This is the past tense form. Went. Okay? So 저는 학교에 갔어요. I went to the school. Okay. Formal polite, same process. Remove the, but again, the attachment here is 상셨 습니다. And 상셨 습니다. So number 6, we have 갔습니다. 갔습니다. Okay, so dictionary form, verb stem kada to go. If you want to say went, informal polite, 갔어요. Formal polite, 갔습니다. Okay, so let's try to conjugate this verb. To sleep. To sleep is 자다. Yeah. So how do you say sleep? And ta. Next is, again, this is already a statement. So present tense, add ka lang ng yo. Diba? So since past tense are going to attach the sangsot o yo. Yan. 찼어요. 찼어요. Present tense yan, that is 차요. Okay? Past tense form, 찼어요. Okay? Formal polite, this is, again, sangsot, then 습니다. Yan. Alright. 찼습니다. 찼어요, 찼습니다. Interrogative statement, this is 찼습니까? And then this one is 찼어요. Okay? Alright, so next, number 2. So again, number 2, we have e-ending verbs. E-ending verbs, again, sa informal polite form, I mean sa present tense form, we're going to change, diba? So as I said kanina, no? So I said earlier, pag may mga changes, kailangan mo siyang i-change. And then take note, Regardless kung informal man siya or formal polite, always yan may changes, no? Always yan may changes for past tense form. Okay? Ang present tense form, that is the time na ang changes andun lang sa informal polite. Pero again, no, for past tense form, applicable. No? You need to change. So, yeah, let's use this example to drink masida. So, under the IPF, informal polite, yan. Next is, naiwan mashi. Again, change. Masyo. Okay? So, sa present tense, add ka lang ng yo. Masyo yo. Drinking. No? But again, this is past tense man. So, before you add yo, add this one. Sangsot oyo. Alright, so number 5, you have masyo soyo. Masyo soyo. Masyo soyo. If I'm to drink, no? Since again, past tense na siya, this is drunk. Okay, next. Number 5, I mean, formal polite, same process again. Tanggal, next, change, ituyo. Again, sa past tense, always yan may changes. Okay? So, number 4, masyo plus sangsot sumnida. So, this is number 5, this is masyo sumnida. Okay? So, verb stem, mashida to drink. If you want to say drunk, informal polite, masyo soyo. Formal polite, masyo sumnida. Okay. So, let's conjugate another verb. Purida to dump. How do you say dump? Ed. Okay. Yan. So, again, this is pori. So, tanggal sida. Okay, next. So, informal polite, again. Informal polite present tense is poryoyo. Right? So, since this is past tense na, change muna, no? Change I to yo. Next, sangsot. Oyo. Yan. Poryosoyo. Poryosoyo. Formal polite, poryo. Yan. Sangsot. Sumnida. Yan. 포리습니다. 버리습니다. 술에게 버리습니다. Okay? So I hope you're following, no? Okay, next, number 3. So let's proceed number 3. Number 3 is u-ending verbs. So again, the rules for u-ending verbs under the present tense is change u to wa under the informal polite. So formal polite, no changes. But again, no, since this is past tense na, informal man or formal polite, always yan may changes. Okay, so example here is puda, to see. Okay, informal polite. Okay, next step, change. Wa. Adyo, this is already in the present tense. Payo. But again, this is past tense man, going to add sangsot oyo. So number 5, puasoyo. Puasoyo. Watched. So. Okay. Formal polite, remove. Next, change. Next, sangsot sumnida. All right, so finally number 5, you puasumnida. Puasumnida. So dictionary form, verb stem, puda, to see, to watch. Informal polite, past tense, puasoyo. Formal polite, puasumnida. Okay, so again, no, for number 3, u-ending verbs, applicable pa rin yung rules, no? Change mo yan, u. Change to wa. Okay? All right. So let's conjugate this verb. Uda, to come. All right, uda. Uda. Ayan, tanggal sida. Next. Change wa. Next. Informal polite. Sang siyot. Oyo. Ayan. 왔어요. 왔어요. 저는 필리핀에서 왔어요. I came from the Philippines. Okay, formal polite. This is sangsot and then sumnida. Right, so 왔습니다. 저는 필리핀에서 왔습니다. I came from the Philippines. Okay? All right, so let's proceed with the other verbs. So number 4 is other verbs. Right. Other verbs, again, the rules is change ha to he. But again, since this is past tense man, after you change that, you're going to add sangsot oyo. Okay, so kamsahada to thank. Tanggal, change. Okay. Again, so in sa present, yo, kamsaheyo. But again, since this is past tense man, don't forget to add this one, no? Attachment, sangsot oyo. Right. So number 5 is kamsahesoyo. Kamsahesoyo. Formal polite. Okay. So change. Next. 상샷 씁니다. Okay, so number 5, 감사했습니다. 감사했습니다. Okay, so again, class, no, I would like to remind sa past tense, always yan. May changes. Regardless kung informal man yan or formal polite, ang level of speech, always yan. No? Unlike sa present tense, ang changes is always nasa informal. Formal polite as is lang, no? That is under the present. Diba? But since this is past tense, always yan may changes. Alright. Okay, so let's conjugate another verb. Ilhada to work. How do you say work? Okay. And this is hada. Yeah. Remove. Next. Change to he. Ilhe. Next. Don't forget attachment. Sangsot oyo. Ilhe soyo. Work. Okay. Formal polite. This is 씁니다. So ilhe 씁니다. And il했습니다. Interrogative, il했어요. il했습니까? Another. How about this one? Malhada, to speak. Malhada. Okay. Malhada, to speak. How do you say to speak? Okay, so this is remove the next change he malhe sangsot oyo malhesoyo or malhesumida. Okay. All right, so let's proceed with the last rules, no, under the past tense. So number 5 is the consonant ending verbs. So again, past tense conjugation, no, kung ano yung rules natin sa present tense, we're going to apply that here. Consonant ending verbs, present tense, look for u and a. Okay, u-a vowels. And pero for this conjugation rules, pag present, you're going to add asoyo or asumida. Okay? Pag andyan sila, going to add asoyo. Informal polite, asumida, formal polite. So this is kumbaga simplified form, no? Ito yung ipasimple ko na lang. Absent, wala. You're going to add osoyo or osumida. Okay? So let's try to conjugate this one. Mokda eat. Yan. So number 1, informal polite. Remove. Next. Yan. So absent, add osoyo. Okay? So number 3, mogo soyo. Mogo soyo. 8. Okay? Formal polite. Again, so formal polite, you're going to add osumnida. And so 먹었습니다. 먹었습니다. 먹었어요? Did you eat? 네, 먹었습니다. Okay. Another verb. All right, so let's use this verb to sit. And so how do you say sat? No? So this is an. And so next is look for u and a. So since present siya, no? Andyan siya, oh. So, touch. A. Soyo. Asoyo. Yan. Anjasoyo. Anjasoyo. Okay? Formal polite. Asumnita. Yan. Anjasumnita. Question form, interrogative. This is 안잤습니까? Or 안잤어요. Okay, so that's it, no? So again, no, if you have any concerns or questions, you can message me sa Facebook ka. But again, some of you, no, naka-private yata. Di ako maka-reply sa mga messages. I don't know. Okay? So, don't forget to answer your activity. Ah, naka-Google form pa rin. Alright, so let's meet on Wednesday. So I hope everyone is fine. No? Don't forget to submit your video on kailan nga ulit yan? Tuesday next week. Okay? So sige, 시계를 쉬어서 고맙습니다.